What's up, guys? Want to make this video as quick as possible. A while ago I alluded to the fact that I was making a list of games that I really wanted to get in 2016. That list has undergone a few changes. I took off an import game to make a separate import list, and one game proved far too difficult to find in the condition that I was after, so I kind of gave up and substituted that game with another. And I have since completed that list and actually started another, which I'm already making progress on. In order to fund this endeavor, I have had to part with a ton of shit. I'm actually fine with that because the stuff I have I enjoy much more than the stuff I got rid of, but I'm just going to show you guys the shit because it was 10 games and I was able to complete it, which, is cool because I felt like my collecting was kind of meandering, and this gave me some focus, and it really was a lot of fun to do this. So let me show you the stuff. Number 10, I already showed this actually, was Sky Gunner. I have completed the game. It did not live up to my lofty expectations. This was kind of a disappointment. Next was Axelay on the Super Nintendo. This isn't, this is just like a reproduction box, but really clean copy. Great shooter. Mode 7, I feel like they go a little overboard, but overall fantastic shooter by Konami. What was 8? 8 was a DS game, Black Sigil. This is a game I had loose, really wanted to complete. The price on this is climbing exponentially. I played through, I would say, the first 2/3 of the game and kind of stopped playing it. The encounter rate is a little bit insane. I really like the style and kind of the throwback to games like Chrono Trigger, Super Nintendo RPGs, but I really feel like this game's hindrances are kind of unexcusable and really make the game suffer as a whole. So yeah, I was a little more negative about this than I was initially upon starting it. Kind of a disappointment. Number 7 is God Hand, published by Capcom, brought to us, of course, by Clover, or as we know them now, Platinum Games. Really happy to get this. Always heard, really mixed things about this. Still haven't had a chance to play this one. Most of the games on this list I have played to some extent, but this I have not yet sat down with, so I really don't have too much to say about it. Number 6 is Castlevania Legends on the original Game Boy. Definitely, in my opinion, underrated game. This game catches a lot of flack. I actually thought it was pretty fun. It's, more in line with the NES Castlevanias than like the Symphony of the Night style Castlevanias, and there is a female protagonist. I can't remember what her name is. I feel like an idiot, but really happy to grab this. Got a fucking steal on that on eBay, which was awesome. Number 5, this was a tough one to get. Spike McFang. I think this is probably the last one on the list I was able to find. Really tough game for me to track down. I saw that McFly had one for sale on his website for a fucking awesome deal, and I was like a few minutes too late. Somebody got it right out from under me. But I was able to find one on Amazon, of all places, for way under price, which was shocking, because usually I find that Amazon can be a little more on the expensive side. But it worked out. I've only played like a few hours. What I played I really liked. Just a little quirky action RPG. Yeah, cool. Really happy to have this. This is a fucking hard game to find. I think Nintendo Age has this listed as either an 8 or a 9. Very, very rare game. Let's see. Number 4 is Hexy's Force on the PSP. I completed one protagonist portion of the game. What is her name? Was it Cecile or something? Oh, I can't remember. Cecilia, that was her name. Finished her part of the game. There's still another part to play through that I haven't completed yet. Cecilia's part was awesome. Really good game. I'm a huge fan of Sting, and this was pretty good. I don't know if it's... I don't know, maybe the other story arc will change my mind, but I'm kind of on the fence if this game is actually worth its current value or not. But, like I said, I've only played essentially half of it. So that was number 4. Number 3 is Silverload on the PlayStation 1. This was a game that wasn't on my initial list. This actually took the place of something else. I had forgotten about this game until Bubs sent me a text, and he's like, "Oh, you won't believe what I found," and he found this game. And then it, like, piqued my interest, to say the least. And, again, found a crazy deal on this. So... yeah, persistence and kind of having, you know, an objective, I think really helps, you know, find better deals and stuff than just kind of buying things haphazardly. Really cool game. It's, in some ways, this game has aged, like, amazing. I think it looks fantastic. One of the better looking PlayStation 1 games, but its mechanics are very dated. Sometimes it's like an adventure game and you just have to click like everything on the screen to progress, but really, really good. Definitely highly recommended. I think this is probably a pretty uncommon game. I've never seen this in a store or anything, at least not in the past like 10 years or so, ever since the long boxes started to dry up, so really happy to get that. Number 2 is a Game Boy game, another Game Boy game, by Taito, but published by Jellico? Yeah, Jellico. And that is Avenging Spirit. Fantastic game. It's a platformer. I'm not like typically crazy about platformers, but I think this, for my money, may be the best. I don't know, this might rub some people the wrong way. I think this is the best Game Boy game I've ever played. That is strictly a Game Boy game. To my knowledge, this has not been ported to anything else. If you think you could recommend a Game Boy game that is better than Avenging Spirit, please feel free to do so, but for my money, I believe this is the best Game Boy game I have played. Yeah. Very, very good game. And that brings us to number 1, which again I've already shown in a previous video. Tail Concerto on the PlayStation 1. This game I've been playing, chipping away at on the PS3, and so far I'm not sure that I like it as much as Solitarobo, which is pound for pound my favorite DS game. But still really cool and really fun to kind of see the roots of one of my favorite games. So yeah, really, I don't know, really happy to have that, I guess, because it's been years and years in the making. But that is, you know, what I've been working on as far as pickups. I've bought and flipped and done a ton of wheeling and dealing to get these games. Stacks of games going out for a few games coming in. It lightens, you know, the load and makes my collection feel a little less oppressive. And it's been a great experience, so I'm already right to work on list number 2. It's going to be another 10 games, and I hope by the end of 2016 I'll be able to knock out 3 lists, because I'm about, you know, a little over a quarter of the way through the year, so I'm thinking I might be able to knock out at least 2 of these lists, maybe 3. So yeah, looking forward to doing that. And if you guys were kind of like me and just kind of collecting everything, I really implore you to try making a list and really sticking to it, because it's been great experience for me. And that's it. Have a blessed day. I love you.